Hello, welcome to another ramble. Today I'm going to make a video on some really profound information that I've come across most recently and how applicable it is to this current time and situation that I am encountering in life. So I came across, I think maybe you've heard of her, Mel Robbins. I think she's maybe, I don't know, she seems like she's a motivational speaker to me, but she recently released something called the Let Them Be theory. Let them be. And it is profound and it has struck a very interesting chord that super resonates with how I think we should approach life. So, let them be. I think it's pretty obvious what that means. So, if somebody is doing something that you think is destructive, let them be. You know what I'm saying? If, I don't know, things in your life are falling apart, let them be. You know, if somebody is, she had a really good example that I really really helped my brain to assimilate the information. Her example was, say you have a friend or perhaps even a family member who has really bad financial management skills. And say they're always broke and they're always asking you for money. Instead of applying the people pleasing syndrome to the situation, just let them be. And what does that mean? That means, like, you can tell them, like, I'm sorry that you're going through this, but you know, you need to figure out how to get yourself out of this situation. And it makes sense because a lot of the things that people experience in life is based off of choices that they've made, you know, because I feel like you already know, like, you know, we are, well, I try to practice the art of being present. You know, like before I used to let my mind go crazy into the future based off of like past data. But now I try to be, you know, like as present as I possibly can be. And I'm very mindful of what I'm feeding myself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, because this moment is creating the future. And if you're not making wise decisions or choices, then, you know, you may encounter unpleasant things in your future. So, with that being said, you know, that goes back to like if people don't know how to manage their money, but then they're not really looking for, you know, looking to educate themselves or looking to change habits or behaviors that are constantly putting them in this situation. You can't save them. And if you did, you're enabling their behavior. You're also not giving them the opportunity to recognize that they can acquire the skills to get themselves out of the situation. Same, and she also was talking about like addicts, you know, like anybody who's addicted to anything, like whether it be alcohol or drugs or gaming or food or whatever it is, you know, you can't get them to stop. They're gonna have to want to do it on their own. They're gonna have to, and it's hard because, you know, you see this person deteriorating in front of you and you want to extend your love and care and help, which I am accustomed to doing. But if you apply the let them be theory, maybe they just need to go through that. Maybe they need some hard knocks. Maybe they need to get to a point where they are completely decimated before they seek help and look to change, you know. But we can't force that upon them. And yeah, people pleasers, we are enabling bad behavior. So just let them be. And then when you let them be, a lot of times, like, you know, that kind of gets you out of like having any expectations for anything, for anyone. Because by letting them be, you get to see them just as they are. not what you want them to be, not their potential, not anything aside from what how they choose to be, how they choose to live, you know. And then you can decide from there, okay, is this person or friend or relative going to bring me joy or bring me misery? You know, is it going to be a positive or a negative? So for me, it's like, if you want to live a fulfilling and happy life, you definitely want to choose things that add value to your value, you know, because you are valuable. If they're not adding value to your value, then it's time to cut it off, you know. I carry this invisible sword with me. It's a joke that one of my good friends knows about. I told him that I will not hesitate to cut shit out, especially if it's making me feel bad, especially if it's like dishonorable or disrespectful. Cut it out. No room for that kind of like BS in your life, honestly. And like, you know, we put in the work. So I think we are very valuable. And if somebody doesn't see your value, all the love and care and support and kindness that you show them will go unnoticed. You know what I mean? Because some people just don't know a good thing when it's standing right in front of them. And my whole thing is, if they're gonna let you go or if they're gonna mistreat you, let them be. You know, they're just revealing more of themselves to you, and then you can make a decision. It's like, okay, is this adding value to my life, or is it adding chaos and misery to my life? And obviously, if it's a net negative, cut it out. You know, it's kind of like your house. You want to purge items that are no longer useful. You know, there's what is the sense of keeping such things around? And not only that, they take up space in your life, so it prevents new and better things from coming in. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, I just wanted to share this because it's just so profound, and it came in divine timing, because, you know, I have been kind of like, I was in a predicament, and this made things crystal clear, you know? So yeah. End note, final conclusion. At the end of the day, when you're moving through life, whether it be a person or a situation or an experience or a thing, ask yourself, is this adding value to my life? And if it isn't, cut it out and let them be. Radical acceptance, detachment, you know, all of these things, just so that you can see things just as they are, and not as you would like them to be, you know. And then it just like creates peace within yourself. It helps you to regulate your emotions. It helps your mind to logically see very clearly what is happening and what you're dealing with, and if it's like worthwhile to keep around. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, I've made videos on like, I don't know, being in relationships with like avoidance or narcissists and all this stuff, and it's probably just because we were looking at their potential and we were blinding ourselves from what was actually happening. And then, you know, the people pleaser fixer mentality kind of sneaks in, and we're like, oh, I have to save this person. No, let them be, and be yourself, and everything will work out in your favor. All right, if you learned something cool, if you didn't, that's cool too. Blessings to one and all. Amen.